Right then. Hello again. It is currently the weekend after the drift day. We've made it back in one piece, and the past couple of weeks we've been rushing around like a bunch of twats trying to get Sophie's car somewhat ready enough for track. Both cars are back in their homes where they belong. Mine looks like it should again, with actually fairly acceptable fitment. And Sophie's got all of her wheels back on and the front bumper back on that she took off on track. Brilliant day. Sophie absolutely loved it. She's got the bug now. She's already talking about the next day when we go again. We think we're going to try Stafford out before Christmas, so that'll be a new track, new people, new drivers, so we look forward to that. But for now, we've actually got nothing in the unit that we're in a rush to do, but there are exciting things in the pipeline. So I've currently got some solid engine mounts being made, and they will be heading to me this week, which I'm buzzing for because I'm getting two sets of engine mounts, two sets of gearbox mounts, which means I will be able to get the engine mocked up in this so that I can figure out what clearances I need, see if this ABS pump will fit, or if I've got to get another one. And I've still, months later, got this 3 litre sat on this stand in exactly the same place as it was I put it when I first started this account up, that can then get sat in that, which is the final plan for the saloon. The saloon's going to be like a practice car essentially, so I can get a bit more ballsy, because this means a little bit too much for me to be like my pushing the limits car as I'm still learning, and it also gives Soph something to learn in as well, and push her limits at the same time. So that'll be a fun little budget track car build. Probably won't even bother getting it registered, but we'll see when it comes to that. But yeah, today this video is probably going to be spanned out across a few days, because like I said, there's nothing too exciting happening, and what I'm going to do today isn't exactly exciting to film. So I started prep work on the engine bay of the coupe. Plan for this bay is like a motorsport style bay, so old school touring car / race car style bay. So not fully shaved. My aim isn't to go for a show car look with this car, because it's still going to be used, and quite frankly I don't want to uphold a show car and maintain one. I much prefer using them to cleaning them. I'll be honest with you. So all I'm doing is taking all of the seam sealer that you can see that is an eyesore, getting all of that off, getting rid of any unnecessary brackets, bits of rust, like little patches of rust here and there. I'll get it all flattened back, all the brackets that I don't need gone, and then we'll lay a nice new seam sealer just to tidy it up a bit, and then it will be ready for paint, which would be nice if I can get it done before the end of November, but we'll see, because this thing still lingers. The reason this thing still lingers is Ollie is my man who is going to help put that roof back on. He's a certified TIG welder, and he's one of the only people I know that would be willing to come round and help me TIG that roof back together. The reason we choose TIG over MIG is purely for heat management, so it'll make a much neater job of it. But yeah, I need to wait for him to be available to actually get that weld together, and then we can do the body work on that. So that's 5 minutes of me blabbering on. So I'm basically just going to get cracking on this bay. So let's get cracking. Soph's made the executive decision that she's going to do this. So she's made a good start. Flew it everywhere, but it's coming off nicely. She's got safety specs on, and I'm going to start getting all of the shit that's unnecessary out of the interior and all the rubbish that's still in it from when Nick bought it. So that's probably what, 6 months ago now.
Don't blame me.
Nah, I mean, we've just not touched the interior apart from me stripping the dash out, and get the seats and what's left of the carpet out of it and stuff, just so I can, at least then if I can prep the interior while she preps the engine bay, that's 2 birds 1 stone, isn't it, Duck?
Yep.
I'm also going to take this time to label all of my plugs up that I've got took out. Like these, for instance, that's stereo. That's something to do with the control unit in the middle underneath the stereo. That is the torch. Just bits and bobs like that. Best thing to do is just wrap some masking tape around the end of them and label them, because then in a couple of months when it comes to putting stuff back together, we'll have half a chance of knowing where it goes. You know what I mean? So where are we at? We are seatless. Harness bars unbolted. That's going in the budget loon drift build. This carpet's coming out because the previous owner, there's been a few previous owners of this vehicle, and I think every single one of them's been retarded. Cut the carpet in half. I mean, weight saving and that. You know what I mean? So that's coming out, because I'm going to run like floor plates and shit. Go full race car. I'm going to attempt to pull the harness. I have got halfway through this before and gave up because it's fucking a lot of wires, but if I want the bay and the interior to look as nice as I want it to look, I'm probably going to have to do it. So that's great. Back end of the car is still full of itself, so I'll deal with that another day, but ideally I could pick up some racking and get some more racking. But yeah, this video hopefully highlights the tedious work and the pain that goes into stripping a car ready to put it back together, because putting it back together isn't the hard bit most of the time, and pulling the engine out isn't the hard bit. It's pulling the rest of the car to bits. That shit sucks, and I hate interior work personally. So yeah, not having fun today, but needs to be done, otherwise I'm never going to do it. And then I'll have a car with an engine that runs and nothing else done, so let's crack on. So pulled carpets over handbrake, so if I'm not mistaken, it should just come out. We're a good old tug anyway. It's all stuck up behind carpet, behind pedals, like that, catching on it and shit. Come on. Oh, you get the point. I need 2 hands. There we go, there's half. Probably one of the most expensive carpets you can get. My mate's having that for his E36. He bought one with no carpet in it at all, and for what he wants, he says half a carpet's better than no carpet, so he's having all that. Get that out of my way, because I haven't got the storage space for it. Hence why all the car's still inside the car, because I've got nowhere to put it. So that exposes a bit more of the floor. Thankfully, no massive orange spots or any red floor visible. So that's a win. These plastics got to come out. I'm going to clean out the entire car and then I'll see how she feels about stripping some sand in. Right then, yesterday got cut short. Ended up with like 6 people here. Did a water pump on a different car. We just ended up having a Chinese and a fat natter. But the good news is, yesterday I got confirmation that my engine mounts and stuff are on the way to me, which is great. So that means we can get cracking with the engine fitting in the coupe, and Sophie is getting my old saloon, which is now our saloon. We decided that's going to be our practice car, so we can take that car to tracks that we're not going to be so sure on, just so we're not throwing our cars that we actually enjoy into a wall or whatever straight away, and yeah, it'll help her get some confidence on track. So she's putting coilovers in that, the ones that came out of the ones that I bought originally for my purple car, just some pedos. They're going in. The car can go on the floor again, and then once them engine mounts come, she can get an engine put in her. Then we need seats and such, but yeah, I'm carrying on with prep on the coupe. I've got a little chest mount, so I'm going to try that out today. Trying to get better with my angles, because a lot of my video is quite repetitive, so I'm going to try something new for this one, considering it's a bit of a, not necessarily a dedicated project video. So we'll give that a try on a time lapse and stuff and see how that goes. That right there, all that is exactly why I'm stripping back all the seam sealer, because I think you've got all the rust and you think, yeah, that seam sealer won't be catching everything. Well, you're dead wrong. So if I want this chassis to last as long as possible, I'm stripping it all back and going again. Hello.
Hit go hard. You say no clear.
What are you doing in there?
Go on, get Russell now.
Hello. What's that one down? Free to go?
Yeah, I'm going to do the front two so that I can then put the front of the car on the floor so it's a bit more stable because it's over the pit, so I just thought I need to put the front two on the floor first.
Yep. Excellent.
You're gonna make a whole video.
Dog edit.
Yeah, dog edit.
Right, I've just had to stop myself from doing what I was doing because I was getting a bit carried away without turning the camera on, basically what I've been doing today is getting that half of the bay is now prepped. Nearly, it's 90% done, but I'm going to carry on with the prep when it comes to moving over to this half. But to do this half and complete it, I need to get this out of the way. So I've had an attempt at this before, and it's probably the nastiest job to do on a 36. I'm going to try and do it properly now and get it completely out of the way. And to do so, when you lift it up and look inside, all these relays actually pop out. So they've got clips like that underneath. You got to pinch out. So if I try and pinch them with my hand, these relays should come. Yeah, they're just not very nice. So I will get all of these out and then we'll go from there on the next bit, because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, so I'm making this up as I go along. So all the relays are out bar this last one. Reason being is this last one, to get it out, you needed to disconnect the power lines that go to the other side of that terminal, that one. So just level that up and then slide it out. That's all the relays. Now I've just got to figure out these fuses. Okay, so figured it out. There is these little clips in here that you basically just push out of the way, and that goes in there like that. And as you push that clip out of the way there, it just sort of, that side, the side of the clip comes down first and the other side follows it. But if you do tilt it too much, it will get stuck. So just keep that in mind. Jesus. There we go. Sort of like that. See them? Yeah, sweet. Cool. Right, now to get the bottom half of that off. Oh dear. Right, so it's a bit minging in here because there was a bottle of oil that spilt on the floor. But no, that matters to you lot. The fuse box, this is the back of it here. This is the hole where all the wires go through. And you've got 4 screws. One of them's there. One of them's tucked behind here somewhere. Yeah, there. Got my finger on it. Then there's 2 at the top. Obviously it's near on impossible to get to them without moving everything else out of the way first. So you want to get your IWS module, your body control module, all this stuff off, so that you can pull the fuse box. Plastic from out the engine bay, and then what I'm going to do, because I'm doing engine bay first, then interior after, once all this is off, I can get all this sound deadening out that I don't want, and on all the fuse box wiring, I'm going to pull through that hole so it's in the interior for now, and then that means that once I've got the engine bay prepped, I can start declipping the chassis harness, and pull it all out, and hopefully I should be able to paint the bay and the interior at the same time, or at least near enough at the same time, because not only do I want to get all of the fabric sound deadening out, I also want to get all of the solid stuff out as well, which is a pain in the arse if you don't have dry ice. The only other method of doing it is a heat gun and a scraper, and it takes hours. So I'll be doing that at some point too. That's mainly just for weight saving more than anything. Some people will argue it'll make the car unbearable, but I'd argue the sound of a V8 will make it very bearable. Right, so I have done what I said I was gonna, and got that off, which has got all the control panel, all of the EWS stuff and body control module stuff off. That's held up by two 8mm screws, one there, and then this, no idea what that is, but it looks like a second ECU, so God knows. That's held in by two 10mm there and there. They come out, you can pull the sound deadening out, and then you get to see 1, 2, and then the bottom ones are down there as well. Undo them 4 screws, and with a bit of a fight, the plastic bottom half of the fuse box should pull out. So that's what I'm going to give a try now. See how far I go with that. That should pop out, but no matter, look, it's going to give way and hurt me. Oh, there's like a gasket behind it, I think. There we go. That's a pain in the arse. Come on. It's in out. Oh, I'm missing something. I appear to have pulled the bracket. Oh. There's a bracket you need to take off inside, apparently. But I haven't done. So, wires just pull out of the box. That is the bracket I'm talking about down there that I have missed like an idiot. So you'll want to take that off, or you'll end up snapping your fuse box like I have done. So I'll have to glue that back together. Ta-da! Yeah, got a hole in it, but glue that back together. Fucking hell. There we go. Ooh. Now I feel like the rest is pretty self-explanatory. All that through that hole. Job done. 2 projects at once, look. Sophie's doing.
Oh no, I'm covered in gammy CCV juice. Just felt it all trickle down my leg.
Right, not that you can see how excited I am, but this is from Martin, who runs a company called Locked and Loaded, and this is the last piece of my puzzle at being able to mock up the V8 into there. And what else is in the box is another set for that. It's going in loom that she's building. So these are CNC machined billet pieces of Ali. Before people come for me saying, oh, what you bought Ali ones for? We run aluminium mounts in this and that, and we will be doing in that. So I'm going no different with this one, because that's just my personal preference. I prefer the throttle feel and the actual vibration of it as well. I don't mind that people hate it, but I don't care. Anyway, I would like to thank Martin because he didn't have these on the shelf, and I put a post on Facebook desperately trying to find some, because for some reason nobody in the UK actually supplies or manufactures them. No one's got them on shelf in the UK anymore, just Polybush ones. And he did me a deal on 2 sets. He makes a few other bits for E36s. He drives E36s himself, so he's a knowledgeable bloke, good on the machines, and I'm chuffed to bits. It means I don't have to spend a fortune getting stuff from the US, because 2 sets of these actually worked out cheaper than what it would have been for 1 set from the US. So once again, thank you, Martin, and I'll tag Locks and Loaded. Right, let's try and get these wires into the interior of the car. I've time-lapsed this, you don't need to hear me swear a lot. There we go, that's everything through. Last few things that needed doing was... Right, so it's been a few days. We've had plenty of other things on. We've put an angle kit on Nick's car. A few mates over at the weekend, but we're now getting this engine finished off, ready for its clutch and gearbox. And we're going to let Sophie do it. She's already done the majority of it.
A lot of it. I took the thermostat out of the housing. I've done the rocker cover gasket. Obviously I took it to pieces. We're about to do... Oh, I've put a new water pump in it. We're about to do the front main seal.
So,
yeah.
Got front main seal, sump gasket, new aux belt tensioner, new aux belt, oil filter housing gasket, and that'll finish off everything we're going to do to the engine while it's out. She's even got torque wrench on it, look, proper job.
I am, but I'm slipping off of it.
Oh well, tight's tight. You don't need to go mad. But yeah, try and get it all buttoned up tonight so that you can actually see it finished. And then it'll be ready for its clutch at some point soon, gearbox, then it'll be in the car.
I must have overtalked anyway. Yeah, I think that'll just pull it. It's just the puck's just going to rip it though. I could probably do it with a smaller one. No, I could do it with something a little bit smaller. That one's just a little. So I can pry that one against. Fucking Nora. She's in there. Nothing to like come in.
Just as I stop recording, out it comes. Right, you know what to do with that, don't you?
Clean it, cover it in fucking instant gasket wherever I put it.
No.
What?
No instant gasket.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
Just knock her in. There we go. That crank hub can go back on. Fine at Kiwi.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a bit off it. I know I was close, but that was delightful, wasn't it?
Hey up.
Where are you going, brother? What's that way?
Yeah. In goes the Jesus bolt. Not quite. People call them Jesus bolts on the M60s and M62s because they talk to like a stupid amount of Newton meters. And they're supposed to be really
They
hard to
talk
get
to
out.
my wheel bolt spec.
Yeah, potentially even tighter.
That's near on impossible.
Which is the worrying part. I'm sure you won't tell anybody, but that's not getting torque wrenched.
Ta-da!
410 Newton meters that spec is.
Yeah, I think
And
that's...
my £30 Audi torque wrench only goes up to 200, so.
That's 100.
There you go, that'll do.
That's probably it all.
Oh dear.
It's coming. Yummy.
Fun.
This is why I didn't do any gaskets on my car while the engine was out.
Oh, there you go, look, it's coming up in one piece.
Yeah, fucking...
It'll snap there when you pull it out.
I know. Let's do it that way. Oh, you fucking bastard. Fucking hell, 2 pieces.
I'll tell you something, Amar would be proud.
Why? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. Why would he be proud?
Because you're doing something properly.
Ta-da!
Under my bullying, I suppose.
I'm only doing it because it's our car, not my car. Something like that.
Come on. Circle don't fit in a rectangle, does it? Happy days. Right, grab your bolts.
Not happy. I thought I left it somewhere. I can't remember if I left it. Now it's a game of guessing where the rest of the bolts go, because the longest bolt goes in the hole that's furthest away from the block. However, the others all look pretty similar, and the bolts are similar lengths. So I'll be back in 10. Wonder if I've already done them up more than 22.
I doubt it, but there we go. You get on them
Fuck
bolts
yeah.
straight, you fucker.
Can't remember which ones I've done there.
That's it, after that one. Happy days. That.
Can I not just check them all? Feel better now.
You've got to be bloody careful with this one and over tightening things, especially when they're going into an aluminium block. Ooh.
Now, that goes
Nail it.
something like that.
No. Yep. No. No. Yep.
That's right in the first place. There.
That's the one.
Hear me off that I can't get into it. Out.
Yeah, you're all after that. Bosh.
I just
days.
don't like talking with an extension on, not especially not one that long. That didn't go in very nice first time.
I've lost the pump.
Well, that's just really good, isn't it?
Not really, no.
What does that go into?
Oh, it's behind you.
Nothing. They go into nothing.
They go into the pump, that's
Oh,
why.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
What I could do, hold on, is can't think which way right that way.
So, we've just come to fit the power steering pump, and we've realised that
The bracket from the X5 M54 is not the same.
which throws the pump at a crazy angle, and that will interfere with our sump. So I need some more E36 bits.
It's alright.
We're supposed to be getting one come
Some point this week.
to break this week, but
If not, we'll buy one this weekend.
yeah, so that's another setback, but everything else can be done. Stick the filter in,
What were these?
get the sump on.
They
get some
were the
bolts.
power, the bolts to the pump.
So with the power steering pump setback, that means we can't get the belt on. So we're just going to stick the filter in and then unfortunately call it a day. Because the only other things that need going on are manifolds and wiring, and I'll do that in a separate video because this one's long enough already. So
The manifold is there.
that's the one we're using, yeah?
Yeah, because I took the bad gasket out of that one. No, I took the good gasket out of that one, put it in that one.
Cool.
The one with no gasket on is the B22 manifold.
I can get binned. So yeah, filter in. You've all seen that before. So bit of an L, but we'll get the right bits and get back to it. So with the malarkey over the power steering pump bracket, we'll have to try and find one locally. I'm sure we know someone knocking about that's got either an M52 or 54 pump bracket for a 36 or 46. We'll get that sorted, and I'll make another video on getting the engine completely manifolded up, gearbox on, blah 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 in the future. It's just we've got a few more parts that we need to get, and it's some of the expensive ones like the clutch and flywheel and stuff. So we'll get that buttoned up. Bit of a disappointment we didn't get to get it finished today, but we're in a bit of a rush. Some more V8 car parts coming soon-ish as well, which will then mean I get to put some work into my coupe other than just sanding and smoothing and all that shit that nobody wants to see. So that's where the progress of the coupe build is. I'm doing all the stuff that nobody really wants to see, and then I will, and then I'm also away for a week this month, so that might interfere with my upload schedule this month. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you at least learned something about the fuse box, or how to put some of your ancillaries on your engine. Even though you've only seen about 2 get put on, but nice one anyway. Safe.